So
Damn.
yeah, that's going to do some fucking damage.
I've never seen a belt. And by the way, Vincent, thanks for gifting us up to maths.
Matt GG.
Dude, Vincent's the only one on my friend list that I think compares to your hours, and I think he has more than you actually. But
Anything.
Still alive.
I play this a lot, but I don't play it a lot. If that makes sense.
You play it a lot, but there are Path of Exile people who play it more. Vincent being one of those, I think. Okay, so I'm still looking for. What am I looking for? Travel the Temple of Chaos.
Oh, Temple of Chaos is your next ascendancy. I don't know if you're.
Okay.
I don't know if you're ready for that yet.
Okay, then enter Jaquani's Machinarium.
So that's just to your left,
Yeah.
through the Chimera.
That's why I like after I realized that was the. So pink is ascendancy then.
Yes.
So yeah,
Okay.
Vince has 3,000 hours in Path of Exile 1 and 240 hours in 2 so far, he said. That's...
Okay, so I think that's probably twice the number of hours I have in PoE 1, but roughly the same amount of hours in PoE 2. I think I'm
yeah, you guys are pretty...
A bow ruin that hasn't been looted?
233 hours.
Oh, so he's got So I was close that you two were like right there. Okay.
Yeah.
Search a small...
To be fair, I didn't play for a few days.
I mean, how many? God damn it! I keep clicking. See, I'm still not used to clicking. I've gotten way better with the mouse and playing with the mouse, but like I click on shit all the time that I shouldn't click on.
Oh no, I still do that all the time. Every now and then I'll open up my inventory and I'll have something in it, and I'm just like, why did it? This was a misclick. Why do I have this? Fucking Christ! Why?
Yeah.
Why are you
Dude,
like this?
I do that all the time with the fucking. I click on the fucking mount, or not the mount, the map all the time with checkpoints. I'm like. No, I started with the keyboard, Vincent, and then I glut shamed me into using the mouse and keyboard, mostly mouse. I was laughing so hard when you were going to the knives yesterday. Hey, you know, doing that with a controller is gonna be a real pain there.
Like, it's so like that's the problem because it sounds like I'm just being a dick. But I'm being fucking legitimately serious.
Oh, yeah, you are.
The controller for inventory management is fucking ass.
Oh, believe me,
like,
one of the reasons why I stopped.
Yeah. And every time, like, well, it should be better. And I'm like, you're not wrong, it should be better. But you saying, well, this should be better doesn't
make it better.
Fucking anything to anyone. Like, I'm sorry, but that's so low on their list of priorities that they're not going to fix this likely until it's fucking released. So and being like, well, the should be better, and the fucking controller should be better. I'm like, that's fucking adorable, but that doesn't mean shit to anybody. Like,
and I said that, like, I said this, like, playing on the fucking, if like you can use the keyboard to do stuff like, you know, like it would be fine. It would be. There are like the controller is perfectly good. Besides that shit, it like the buttons are actually the buttons are easier to manage. You like, it's not like a bunch of random fucking keyboard presses to get to random menus. You know, like it's easier like for all that stuff. But like, then the inventory management alone is like, fuck that noise, you know. So yeah, it is. Because I do think controller use is a good thing, an important thing. Because if you want like something like this, having the console audience as part of your customer base that like comes in and like, oh, okay, this is easy, gives them a way bigger, you know, customer base, right? So like,
it makes perfect sense for them in the long run to have controller support. Yeah, I'm not saying that's not a thing by any stretch of the imagination. I think
you're just saying priority wise, it's not the top of their priority.
Priority wise, it's so low on the fucking totem pole. Like same with group work. Like they have a legitimate mode in the game that is just I'm not going to play with other people, and to be like, well, what if I want to play with other people? I'm sorry. That's like they'll get to it eventually. But most of their hardcore fan base doesn't play with anybody.
Yeah.
And it's like just the way life is. Like they're going to cater to their highest demographics and the people that are playing it the most and spending the most money because they have all those metrics. Like, it's not the people that are like, I'm going to play this game with other people that are spending the most money on this game. It's the people that I'm going to show off. Like, look at the size of my e-dick. Look at all my fucking cosmetics and like stash. That those are the people that spend the most money, and they don't have friends because they are trying to show how big their e-dick is in Path of fucking X.
Yeah, I mean, their friend is playing Path of Exile.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vincent says he plays 90%, 99% solo. Like, I think that, like, I don't know. I think that in, like, 2025, like, having the ability to play with friends is, like, a nice to have. But, like, yeah, the solo player shit is what you base everything off of.
Has essentially died. Place.
Oh, I mean, co-op died when fucking couch co-op died, really. I mean...
Yeah. And that's like it's actually a struggle because I have other friends that like I have a friend who has motion sickness.
Yeah.
So and we only play cooperative games because they have a very aggressive like need to win.
Yeah.
And I don't like I was for a very long time a very angry person. I don't want to be that person again, so I actively avoid.
Oh, dude. Oh, there's a reason why I don't stream, like when I streamed fucking Hearthstone for years, it was, I hated what it did to me. I said shit on stream that I fucking hated doing because I just like get my emotions get out of like control, and I hate screaming that shit and all this shit. And it's like, I don't do that and like go, ah, that's funny, but I fucking hate myself when I do that shit, you know? And it's like...
Yeah, no, I feel that, like, there have been games I've stopped playing because I was getting too competitive at it.
Yeah.
I'm turning into that person again, and I don't want to be that person.
Yeah, I don't either. I want to have, like, it's the thing, man. There are plenty of things in this life to be mad about, but, like, playing a video game should not be one of them for me. You know what I mean? Did you get your fourth ascendancy yet?
I haven't even gotten a currency drop for my fourth ascendancy yet. Like, I am 82 or 83 on my monk, and I have not gotten one yet.
Vincent, thank you for gifting a sub to Cake. Cake, you know the deal. Welcome back to Emperor. Oh, hail Zelda. That's... What is... like, where does the currency drop from?
It just drops randomly from, like, farming and stuff, and I haven't gotten one, right? Actually, I might have, but I'm also very scared of, like, going to do it because I...
Dude, this hammer looks like
it's... The monk is kind of worthless. So.
Yeah. This fucking hammer looks like a D20. What's up, Robo? How you doing, buddy?
I kind of hope they fix some of the... it's fine, Vince. I'm good. I'm not wholly solo self-found because I like giving stuff to other people, but in the grand scheme of things, everything I have is stuff that I've made myself. Like, I appreciate the art.
Shattering Palm, I don't have yet, or do I have Shattering Palm? When do I put Shattering Palm in my fucking?
You should be able to get it fairly soon, and when you get that, that's a huge increase to your clear speed. So you want to keep an eye out for that. So like, honestly, go check to see your highest level gem in your stash, and then see if you can unlock it. I think it's 41. Like, what level are you?
I am 40.
Yeah.
I'm like
so I think it's 41. So you should be getting it pretty soon.
Yeah, my highest is 10. I think I might have pulled that.
It might be 11.
Okay. I think I might have pulled that from the guild tab, but I don't know.
Yeah. There's a bunch of them in there. I've legitimately hit the cap on my stash for gems, and I've sold dozens, if not hundreds, of level 15 and 16 gems.
Damn. Yeah, most of my most of the things I've taken out of the guild stash has been gems and shit.
Oh yeah, that's legitimately why I put him in there. That's why I loaded that thing up with fucking tier 3 support gems. Because at tier 3 you can unlock any support with. You can get a 1, 2, or 3 skill.
Yeah.
So that's why I have so many in there for people, and I
Yeah.
have probably close to 100 tier 3 support gems. So take as many as you need, and I will refill the stack. Trust.
It's the unlimited stash of glut. This whole fucking, like, this temple is dark as fuck, man. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Also,
I don't like that temple.
I hate picking up gems in this, or not gems, shields in this game. Like, it takes up so much space in your fucking inventory.
You can not pick them up.
I know, but I like the
a thing
fucking.
you can do.
I like enchanting them so it can have more resources.
Yeah. So if you're worried about efficiency, the things you should be picking up the most are magic flasks.
Yeah.
Because whether it's a shield or a flask, you're going to get one of the things from it. So in the same space you hold a shield, you can hold like 4 flasks.
Yeah.
So that's a 4-to-1 difference in currency.
Oh,
so in the grand scheme of things, like just pick up flasks if you're worried about farming.
I'm not that worried about it. It's just annoying because it's gonna your inventory fills up so fast in this fucking game anyways, right?
Yes.
But
it's not bad early on because at any point you can just stop and go back to town. It's a real pain in the dick when you start getting into waystones, which is where Canadian knives just hit.
Yeah.
Because if you fill up, you have a limited number of trips back and forth to empty.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that'll do it.
And that's when you have to start becoming much more selective with things you do pick.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone's like coming off a break and like doing like starting work. I go back to work on Monday, and luckily next week's only a 4-day week, but I needed 2 weeks off, man. I ran myself into the wall.
No, I feel that. January is going to be weird for me. I've got 3 major projects going on, and one of them is starting to kick off, and my supervisor was technically supposed to be part of it, but he's doing paternity leave.
Oh no.
Yeah. Which I don't fault him for. I'm actually I was really expecting him to be a piece of shit and like leave everything to his wife, but it seems like he's kind of a douche, but he's actually gotten a lot better since he became my supervisor, and I'm actually thrilled that he
actually
kind of,
did what was right.
Yeah. But I legitimately expected him to like just leave everything to his wife, but it seems like he's taking an active role in his child's development. So I'm thrilled for them.
Hey, maybe just start your OnlyFans this year. Just show your feet off.
Speaking of overly saturated markets.
Yeah, there you go. Yep. I mean, porn is one of the most oversaturated markets there are, right?
Yep. Also, I can say this because I'm saying this and it's not in text, but Fansly is also an option, and I think the pricing structure is much more interesting. And
I know Ken uses Fansly. I know, like, I think that's where like a lot of like the creators I like dig as people use Fansly first, because I thought Fansly used to be you couldn't have explicit shit on there, and what I've seen on the internet you can't.
Actually, Fansly has more explicit things than home.
Yeah, I know that now. I didn't know that at some point, and I was like,
yeah.
Well, what like, Tilly's gonna do naked
on
cooking.
OnlyFans was totally a thing. Like, what of the creators I follow that I actually wish would stop messaging me, I've had to put on, like, so one of the biggest issues right now on OnlyFans is that there are managed accounts. So it's not being run by an actual creator. It's being run by a organization, like offshore people. So you'll start getting messages from creators that are theoretically like in U.S. times at like 3 or 4 in the morning. And so this creator, like, I don't want to engage with you. stop talking to me. And I've literally said this in messages to them, and now I've just had to block them because they just their auto response teams just keep messaging, and it's like, fuck you, go away.
Leave me alone. Yeah, leave me the fuck alone, man. It's like, yeah, I think there's a thing of like when you're supporting people, that doesn't mean like it's like people trying to get these groups are trying to get every fucking penny out of people, you know, and get capitalism.
And like, it's your job. I get it. Like, make your fucking bag, but also just like you should be respectful, or you being a like consumer should be respectful to a creator. Creators should respect their consumers. If the consumer doesn't want what you're peddling, leave them the fuck alone.
Yeah, but
like,
again,
there's nothing wrong with that. But like,
I mean, that's the thing, right? Is like so many of these, like in this world, you have so many people that like these companies want to squeeze every penny out of it. Like Magic, man. I don't know. Like I kind of bounced off of Magic a couple years ago because they were like every month was a new set, and and they're like Secret Lair and this and that, and like I was getting cards from them that like were like coming in bent in Colorado because the fucking lack of humidity, right? And it's just like, it's just all like I can't, because that, when I got obsessed with that shit, it was like, for me, it was like building and collecting and all that shit, and I wasn't playing hardly at all at that point, and I'm just like, nope, yeah, I'm just gonna bounce off of Magic.
And honestly, the shit Hasbro has been doing, like, there's a non-zero chance some of one of the more recent Magic sets has AI generated stuff. Or,
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, Hasbro has been pushing like Wizards of the Coast into doing some really sketchy shit.
Well, Magic's their biggest moneymaker, like, and it's not even close, I think, right? Like that. And
I think D&D, because of like the popularity of the movie and the shows recently, has been skyrocketing. But they've outright said that they're going to start using their existing content library, to make AI generated D&D paths, or campaigns, the pre-made campaigns.
Yeah. What are you saying is not true, Mickey? Mickey says they haven't done that. I don't know. Mickey, if you don't think they have that in them, Hasbro, you're. I'm not saying they've done it yet, but like saying Hasbro telling them to make AI cards is the most accurate sounding thing I've ever heard. And like, yeah,
they may not have done it yet, but there's been a run of recent cards that has very much looked like AI. They have used AI artwork in one of the more recent D&D book releases. So like, the assumption that they aren't going to or will never use AI art that's just.
The thing is, dude, is guess what? When you use AI art, you don't have to pay anyone, which means more money, because there is no such thing as, because like I saw an Instagram about this the other day about like how people aren't the like consumers aren't the target audience anymore. It's the stockholders, and it's like, it's true, and it's like you're not. Like that's why the companies that don't do that shit are so like precious, you know what I mean? Yeah, I know, Mickey, but what we're saying is that Hasbro as a fucking company is garbage, and they have made Wizards of the Coast do shit. I'm pretty sure that Wizards of the Coast wasn't like, oh, let's put out a Magic set every other month, or every month you do some kind of Magic release. I think it was more Hasbro, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. It's all weird, and it's why I call it's late stage capitalism, man. This shit is about to, the last 100+ years have really put, you know, like money above everything else, you know, and here we are. So. Chest. How do I get in there? What? Did you run away?
No, I'm pulling up a. Thanks
I'm
to our
fine.
diligent community who pointed out our series of recent marketing initiatives may have included elements of generative AI. We're rethinking our process. So Wizards of the Coast have said they've actively had AI generated stuff in some of their marketing. So not specific cards, and they're updating their policy. But Wizards of the Coast legitimately said that they have had AI. So like, I don't know what to fucking tell you, my dude.
I think that if they're doing it in marketing, they're testing the grounds, right? They are. Well, it's because the thing, they don't want to fucking pay people.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, if they're using it in marketing, Mickey, that means they're one step away from using it in cards. And guess what? The other problem is Magic cards are usually a couple years out, right? Like they're like at least a year out. So like, I feel like 2024 was the year where that shit picked up real heavy. So it's either this year to next year that shit, we have to be really concerned about them having that shit in cards. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. And a lot of the tools for determining if something is AI generated aren't actually good tools.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's the things right where once they start fixing hands and shit like that and shit that's like doesn't like non-social media posts, like it's going to be way harder to you know.
Yeah. The most common use of generative art now is like they will use it to create things, and then they have someone go in and digitally correct them.
Oh, is that what
to
it
remove
does?
stuff like that. Oh yeah, so there's more and more companies using generative art or derivative art.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it is just a matter of time. And
well, dude, that fucking dude, AI is so crazy right now that with the like all the shit that like them turning on 3 Mile Island to run Google's fucking AI, like power it. So yeah, I mean,
that's
again,
in the
that's Wizards of the Coast,
and that's Wizards of the Coast. They say, "Oopsie."
Yeah, I mean, also that's Wizards saying that Hasbro can tell them whatever the fuck they want to tell them, and then they have to. Like Hasbro has the reason why a lot of the bad things Magic has done is because of fucking Hasbro. I'm not saying you're not wrong, Mickey. I'm just saying that the thought that like, that's never gonna happen is in 2025 is like wishful thinking, and I hope you're right, but I doubt that it will stay like that. Yeah. I doubt that they can keep away.
Article from September of that year, so that's 9 months after Wizards of the Coast saying, "No, we're not going to do it." Where Hasbro has said, "Yeah, no, we do it."
Yeah.
So like, I love that you really hope this stuff is, but if you say it again, go find a fucking article that isn't a year old of them saying, "No, we're not going to do it," or any kind of proof whatsoever, because I'm really, really fucking tired of people saying something and not being able to prove any of it. So like, if you're going to refute me, fucking refute me by all means, but have a shred of something to fucking back it up. Like,
it's
anything. I'm begging you, back up what you're saying.
And yeah, the problem is, dude, like I was saying, 2023, AI was not what it was last year. Like, AI picked up so significantly last year that it's like, that shit, yeah, if you're referencing stuff from 2023 or before, yeah, it might have been a dream, hopeful thing, because AI wasn't in this position. It was like, there's 41. Like, they had a lot of stuff, like, happen last year that, like, that made AI, like, I mean, one of my favorite movies last year was Late Night with the Devil, and they got in trouble. Stupidest shit ever. They had AI posters, because the I don't know if you know anything about that movie. It was, like, basically, like, a late night show with, like, that guy, where the devil popped up on, basically, during because they performed something as seance.
No, you didn't. You didn't refute a fucking thing, dude. You gave a quote from the article I linked for you. that they then redacted saying, oh, wait, no, we did use generative AI, but now we're updating our policy. You didn't refute a single goddamn thing. Like, that's my tone. I am matching energy this year, and if you can't be bothered to look up a single thing to back up what you're saying after I'm linking 3 different articles for you, I don't give a shit.
Mickey, it's in the world we live in, dude, in this fucking world of capitalism, AI is profit. And going, no, yeah, this company's, until something happens where a company uses AI and puts, like, we're gonna honestly need a company to go out of fucking business because they used AI before it actually matters. And then it will still be a thing where every other company that thinks they can get away with it will try to get away with it. Because guess what? You're not paying people. And when you don't pay people, you make more money.
Enough. I didn't link any article. You responded in marketing material based on the article.
Yeah.
Holy
See you later,
shit,
Mickey.
I don't have words. Like, I just, like,
I don't know. Oh, I don't want to do that one yet. That's a unique item to actually. I'll probably put that in the guild thing, right?
yeah. If there's see if there's one already, and then compare the two. Like, I kind of hesitated getting or suggesting to get the unique stash for the guild, but it's one of those, like, it's not going to hurt anything, and some of them are legitimately cool. Like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Like, some of them can be build defining. Katie found a pair of gloves that was build defining because you can have strength. It's a pair of gloves that lets you use strength for any melee skill or gear requirements.
Yeah.
And it was sick.
Dude, I've been using these gloves for a while, dude. These, because they have the cold damage, increased freeze buildup, and I've been, like, I was like, okay, I haven't seen something that,
yeah.
Where's,
and those are good. Like, until you find something that, like, has a lot of good stats that, like, where you need it, that's exactly what happens.
Okay.
Like, a lot of uniques tend to be like leveling uniques where you're going to use them for a specific period of time, and then you'll switch out of them.
I feel like, oh yeah, the one in there already is way better, so I'm just gonna fucking disenchant this. What, you lose mana and life on kills? What? Why would you want that? Yeah, this is like a
yeah, that one's a weird one. If you have other stuff that gives you, like, mana and life on kills, it's not as bad because it's got a lot of high stats for something that early in the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a bit.
Yeah, I mean, it did all the same things, just worse than that one that was already there.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like I think that, like, there's this this note of, like, I don't think people having, like, hopeful, like, wishes and stuff like that realize how bad capitalism is right now. Like, and America is America, blah blah blah, but, like, nothing in this world matters as much as profit, and nothing. And it's like, especially in America. I mean, America's the shit show of everything. I mean, we've done everything. We're falling apart because we're the end of an empire right now, right? And it's like, but man, capitalism is just takes priority over everything, and it's just like, do you think they care about people losing their jobs? No, because then they make more money, and making more money is all that matters.
Actively the process, and then, like, so they will lay off people so that they can then hire younger people in at a lower price.
Well, I mean, that's like the H-1 visa thing, right? Like whatever the thing that's been a big thing with Donald, Trump and all these people, the billionaires. Guess why they want those visas? Because they get to pay those people less money who are experts, and so they get highest quality work for less money. And it's the same thing. It's just like,
okay, sweet, I can match hostile energy too. Like, dude came in and started telling me I was wrong, and then said I didn't link him an article after he replied to the article I linked. What do you want me to do? Who the fuck has to justify themselves?
I wasn't trying to cause any problems, Cake. I wasn't trying to do arguments or anything. I was just talking about stuff, and it's like, yeah.
No, she's talking about me talking to Nikki. If you say something and you can't back it up, like, what's, like, to sit there and, well, you're wrong. Okay, here's the article where I'm not wrong. From them saying that I'm not wrong. Well, you're wrong. Okay, here's another article where they said that they did what you're saying they didn't do. Yeah. Well, you're wrong. So either he has to be able to back up what he's saying, and you're saying, well, you can't. Why justify that? Is that the, like?
We're trying to talk facts about it, and I don't know. I was just trying to get. Yeah.
He posted a quote from the article I linked him, and then said I didn't link him an article. Like, that's not supporting anything. I can type out something and put it in quotes too.
I just like drop all of it with all. Like, I don't want anyone being upset about shit. Like, that's all here.
Yeah, if you want, like, we could go to a different, we could go to a different Discord channel. You could talk to me about it. You could send me messages, DMs, or whatever. I don't care, by all means. Okay. Like, do you want to hop into a Discord channel and have a conversation about it? Like, I'm more than willing to have a conversation about this if you're going to sit there and say it, but, like, I want to know what was wrong with me saying back up what you're saying. Okay, fucking let's have this conversation. I'm more than happy to. Let's go. You want to Rod's Discord, Katie's Discord? I can invite you to my Discord. I don't give a shit.
All I want is I was trying to talk about stuff, and that's all.
No, it's like, Rod, it's fine, but like, don't come in here and start yelling at me, like, to actively tell me I'm wrong. Cool, but support what you're telling me I'm wrong. So
I want world peace, yes, and I don't mean like Kanye West or whatever. Cake.
You're the one broadcasting this shit. Okay, let's have this conversation then.
This is just end this, please. This is over with. I was trying to stop. I'm also responsible for what's in my chat, Cake. So that's the same fucking argument. I'm sitting there talking about this, and I was. Cake, coming after me because. I'm not fucking.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get coffee. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Cake, I'm gonna go hop in the general chat in Rod's Discord. So let's have this conversation if you want to have this conversation. I'm more than happy to. Like, if you could prove like something is wrong, I will apologize on fucking stream. I don't care. Prove me wrong. I love being proved wrong. Well, I don't love it, but prove me wrong so I can learn something. Because, like, yeah. Welcome back.
Alrighty then. Fucking hell, man.
Yep.
So I leveled. I gotta figure out where I gotta put my next point. Give me a second. This site is weird with that shit. So I put that.
Yeah. Some of the builds are better than others. Like there's another one that I like that I was using for my warrior that's like, okay, focus on like this keystone and then this keystone and then this keystone and kind of go in order. And I much prefer that.
Yeah, it's the like, I don't know. Why I'm doing this is because I don't know the game. I don't understand the game. I'm trying to learn it, and me worrying about where to put my points feels like less of a. It feels like more like a waste of my time than like just playing through and trying to figure out what to do. You know what I mean? So. Yeah.
And this one's not as bad as PoE 1 because in PoE 1 they also have a bunch of like life and defense nodes, and it's believe it or not, it's a more complicated tree, which is both a good and a bad thing.
Yeah.
And like,
what the fuck just hit me? Holy shit balls. I think I got meteored. I got meteored. Okay. Can I help you, Zelda? Zelda comes in and is like, Daddy, I would like to have a treat now, Daddy. Dude, I took her out on a walk. I went and met up with the lady, and we walked, and Zelda had never met the lady before. And Zelda was, like, more concerned about everything else outside than she was, like... And then we got done with the walk, and she was like, oh, you're nice, and I want to pay attention to you, but we were leaving. Like, Zelda, you had the whole time. You had the whole time, Zelda. Because it's Zelda. Zelda... Dude, okay, is there... Okay, I was talking about this earlier, and I don't know if you were in this... I don't think I was in the chat with you yet. Did the bell used to be you could walk through it however the fuck you wanted, and then they changed it so it was like a solid object you can't walk through?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Not since you've been playing, I don't.
Okay. Okay, maybe I just didn't realize because I was always playing in more big open, you know, like areas, and then you get into these more confined spaces, and it's like a bigger problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, that's totally like confined spaces can be real bad in this, especially like in some of the maps where like there's the ones with like hard walls aren't as bad, but like some of the maps where it's just like here's a whatchamacallit, like vines and trees and shit where like on the map it looks like you can get through it, but you can only get through it if you dodge roll. Some of those are fucking terrible.
Well, I've noticed. I mean, that's this whole map. That's why I've been noticing it all of a sudden. Like I hadn't been noticing it before. I'm like, holy shit! Like it's like because it's the whole thing with the bell where it's like you hit it a bunch of times, and then like if you put it in the wrong spot and there are no enemies, you can't hit it anymore. You're like, oh, I have to. I don't know. I thought you could like. It always feels like a hit attacking the bell is pure ass. Yeah, Vincent. Yeah.
It can be rough, especially if the bell is like slightly off from whatever you're trying to attack.
Did I put that in there? Okay. I wasn't sure if I was putting that in there. So I need soul cores. Okay.
Oh, good quest thing. Because there's an item called soul cores, and I'm like, well, you're not really there yet, but I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the quest, you need to find soul cores laying on the ground. There's also a boss in this area that will give you fire resistance if you kill him. He looks like Godzilla with an axe.
So did Knives have an erection while fighting? Is the next question.
I don't think. Well, the problem is Knives didn't realize they were fighting at first because Katie found him first, so it was really funny. And then it's hard to tell like what he is if you don't see him right at the onset of the fight.
Yeah.
Because then he's just like throwing out fire and shit constantly.
So Godzilla, he missed Godzilla with an axe. Poor Knives. What the fuck was that? Are you playing see, I wanted to play like a more minion based build after this one. Maybe play like the witch and focus on skeletons on like Katie's fire thing, but I don't know.
The only problem with the like focusing on the skeleton builds is they're not very good now. You could do like detonate dead, which is interesting. It's a pseudo minion build because you when you explode corpses, they create little fiery orbs that go after shit.
Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, I hear the boing noise. They just took the level noise, it sounds like, and made it so like when certain items drop, you get the level noise.
Yes. Or a very similar.
Yeah. Like a big old dong.
Hello.
Hey.
What up?
It's my birthday.
Happy birthday, buddy.
I have to work though.
Are you working at night? Oh yeah, you were saying you got stuck working at night on your birthday, right?
Yeah, but it's at a store that I frequently shop, so I'm gonna go, and they have a little cafe, so I'm gonna go early and get some udon, ramen noodles, and sashimi.
You're gonna buy a house in Colorado, Pete? Okay, in Kansas. I mean, you're a brave man, and I commend you. It is cheaper, but you're also in Kansas. I get it. Yeah, you ever come hang out, man? You know, you are always welcome to come hang out, and just don't get killer diarrhea, and we'll be good.
Oh, you're streaming, Rod?
Yeah, I'm streaming. I am streaming.
Hey, lady.
Hey, I was just making legit chat to see if they could hear you guys before I spoke.
It's just because it was early. I didn't know you'd be streaming.
No, I've been doing
Kid.
weird hours in Christmas because of vacation break and stuff. Yeah.
And that like week where you had like second shift or like 3 days or whatever.
Yeah, that was also a problem. Pete, I won't let you live it down, but I will let you live it down. If I actually annoy you with that, I'll stop. Katie, how you doing, friend?
I feel like enough people. Good. I feel like enough people live to annoy you that you should have a fair try. You should have a fair go at it.
Oh yeah. I mean, completely. And it's not like I'm giving him shit about something that like hurts. He got food poisoning. I'm just.
Oh, dude, that sucks. I got that shit when I was in Germany.
He came for Christmas, like, or Thanksgiving. We were gonna go have a drink, and he's like, dude, I have the worst diarrhea I've ever had. I'm like, oh, no.
I'm so grateful I didn't have that part. Mine all came out the top, but I would literally be just standing in the shower, and it was like a movie, just projectile out of everything, and I was just sweat. I've never sweat more in my life. It was disgusting.
Throwing up is one of the least pleasant experiences you could have as a human being.
Right? It's horrible, but you inevitably feel better afterwards.
Yeah.
So it's that dichotomy of like, I know this is gonna suck, but I'm gonna feel so much better when I'm done doing this.
Well, dude, it's like when one of the things that I hate, like, because I'm not the what am I gonna say this? I'm not the worst drunk. I just have the worst drunk, like, you know, things happen. Like I get the room spinning, I get blackout, I do all the shit that
spins. Yeah. Alcohol does not agree with you, is what you're saying.
Basically, it's like, which is why it's always been. The last 10 years, it's been a way more moderate kind of thing, you know?
Literally the fear of the spins, and I've only had those maybe like twice in my life. Good idea, mate. The fear of the spins keeps me from drinking a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Like, absolutely, because that, I mean, you can't do anything.
Yeah,
you just live in it now, and you lay down, you spin, you stand, you spin.
Oh, dude, it's just... one of the most miserable things I think that like when I'm like, oh, this is why I think alcohol is inferior to pot. The spins alone are just
Yeah, and like I feel like the fear of the spins is like people who get paranoid when they smoke.
yeah.
Like you become afraid of it, therefore it's probably gonna happen.
Yeah.
I sent you an invite to do the
Okay,
joined chat thingy if you want to.
Oh yes. Give me a second.
We found out like it just pops up in your notifications, like the little in the top right of your screen, the little, you know, it looks like a little mailbox.
Yeah, I see that now. Yeah. Okay. There you go. I think I joined.
Yeah,
It
New
should
Year's
give you a
Eve,
pop-up, but it never does.
And on New Year's Eve, I guess my drunken self decided to hide stuff around the apartment, and I don't know why. I was like, why is there a clock in my garbage can?
Fuck.
A clock in your. Oh, Katie. Katie.
Clock.
You,
Clock.
you have to sing someone happy birthday that's in this voice chat right now.
Who? I already
She already
did.
did, yeah.
Oh, did she?
Bitch.
Oh, okay.
On stream.
I gave it my all. My ball was actively dropping. My testicle was descending at the
I mean,
time.
there was people in your chat that were like, is Zeke singing to you right now? Because of your voice.
It was so bad. It's this dry air, man. I sleep with a water bottle by my bed, and anytime I wake up, I take a gulp, and then in the morning I drink a whole water bottle, and I'm still just like,
Dude, you know how bad it is, Katie? I woke up last night and I had a drink while we were watching that the Isle of Dogs movie, and like it was
that
like
movie was sick.
it was I missed a lot of it, so I have to go back through it. But like I was like, yeah, this is awesome, and I wasn't even drunk. I had like maybe a slight buzz, and I woke up in the middle of the night. I'm like, am I like hung? Like, is this a drinking? No, it's just fucking Colorado fucking makes
Air.
You, yeah.
I mean, I get
Every
bloody
morning I wake up and I'm
noses
like,
here.
is it Colorado or do I have a sinus infection? Please be just Colorado. Please be Colorado. It's Colorado. Okay, we're good.
It's Colorado.
Every day.
Yeah.
I think it's got to be the altitude too. Like I know it's not a huge difference with the oxygen stuff, but something about it is drier. Drier.
Dude, I mean, you weren't. By
what's your level of Yada of your ranger? I don't know what level character to pop into. I cleaned my I had like 30 minutes before my soup was done last night, so I sat down and I cleaned my inventory. It looks so good right now.
Oh yeah, what did you make? Just like
I made
lentil?
basically exactly what you did. I didn't do lentil though because the store was out of them for some reason. I did what are they called? Like it's basically navy bean soup. It was white northern beans, and I did carrots and celery and potatoes in it. But I boiled the bone for like 3 hours.
Did you do
I
like
bet the
veggie broth?
Huh?
Like veggie broth or
Yeah.
or
I mean, the broth was the bone. I literally boiled the bone with like some herbs and stuff in it for like 3 hours, and then took cheesecloth and wrung the fuck out of it. So the broth was almost like a ramen broth. It was so fatty and so thick, but there was no cream in it. There was like no dairy.
That sounds really good.
yeah, that's basically what I did, but I just added a bunch of dill and thyme.
I did a couple bay leaves, and because I don't know how to function without bay leaves, I don't even know if they do anything. And I did like literally like a few sprigs of rosemary and a little bit of I think thyme actually in the broth, but I strained it all out, and then I put the potatoes and the veggies and everything in it. But it was like bacon soup. It was so good.
The ham taste just permeates everything.
Oh god, but it's so good. Like
It
I
just
was
tasted like
worried.
ham and potatoes.
Yes,
to me.
that's exactly what it was. It was like it tasted like a baked potato, like a really good baked potato with like real bacon on it or something.
That sounds really good.
It was fucking good.
I still
I was
have
proud.
leftovers because I froze half of it, so I took
That's
the other
me
half
too.
out.
I didn't think I'd end up with as much as I did, but man, it made a lot.
So did you ask Zach if he wanted? God damn it! If he wanted pea soup, split pea soup, and he said no, because I don't know if I like split pea soup myself, but
I didn't, and that's what I was just gonna make, because lentils are just split peas. Like really, it's kind of the same thing, but split peas kind of turn into mush. I was gonna do it, and they were just out of them. I don't know why. I just didn't see any.
yeah. So I took Zelda out for a walk with the lady last night, and she had never met Zelda, and Zelda was the whole walk, Katie. She was like more interested in everything else, and then we got back, and she's like, "Oh, you're new. I'm gonna pay attention to you." Like, Zelda, too late. You're.
You know, they say that's the best way to introduce someone to a dog, though, is introduce them like on neutral territory, like walking them or something.
Yep. Because they're not
Because
defensive.
then the dog,
or anything. Yeah.
yeah, the dog learns they're safe.
Yep.
And the dog has other things to sniff and stuff like that. You're supposed to introduce dogs that way too, I think.
Oh, that's right. I forgot I can like explode enemies.
Explode?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, you
like,
got that ability to like
teleport into them
jump
and they
inside of
explode.
them. I
Wasn't
remember.
Was that a Marvel movie or something where somebody was doing that? I don't know. I'm trying to think of what I'm thinking of that happened.
The Boys? Maybe?
Maybe it was
Maybe
The Boys.
Or,
The
like,
guy crawled up
Gen
another
V
guy's
or whatever.
penis and then
That
it
also.
sneezed and turned full size and
Corruption altar. Should I? What?
Because there's that lady that has blood manipulation, doesn't she? Explode people in Gen
Is she?
V?
Oh, she explodes the guy's dick. That
what
was
are we talking about, the head popper?
no the chick from the Gen V show.
Oh, the one about the kids, yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
started watching the new season and there's some crossover. There's some characters from that in the new season.
Yeah, the
I haven't finished it though. No
the
spoilers.
fucking crazy what do you call it? Chicks in it. The control chick who controls people's minds.
Yes.
Yeah.
Di-
Well, dude,
like,
the one guy died in the off season. The tall, good-looking black guy died like motorcycle accident or something like that.
like in real life?
Yeah, he was only
Oh,
like 28
sad.
or something like that. Yeah.
Oh my god, that is sad.
Yeah. Motorcycles are scary, man. Like, yeah, it is not. They're a.
I love them.
dangerous
I grew
fucking-
up on them, but I just don't.
Yeah.
Them on roads. You're just not gonna win.
Well, dude, it's
You're
the
never
pro-
gonna win against a fucking car.
And that's why I say, I see how people drive. Like, I don't know how anyone can drive a motorcycle after watching how people drive. Like, not paying attention and like being fucking psychopaths. It's like,
Everyone's invincible till it happens to you. You know that.
nah, I'm good.
It
I don't
couldn't
want-
happen to me. The girl that controls blood. I was gonna say there's a girl. It's Starlight. Like, I know this is my nerd self with Starlight, but I can't stand that she can't control people because people are just walking batteries.
Yeah.
Like if she doesn't, I haven't seen the rest of the season, so don't spoil it. I'm theory crafting here. But if she doesn't learn that she can literally just stop people's hearts and drain electricity from people,
Yeah.
I just don't understand.
Well, I mean, she's that thing where like, so unlike the Gen V people, it seems like she didn't go to college. She just went and was like doing the superhero.
She did the
pageants.
religious tracks, yeah.
So that's probably why she hasn't learned all the shit about herself yet.
100%. I just feel like it would happen on accident.
Yeah.
I mean, just from the show, from what I see, she stands in a room with like electrical sockets and shit, and she like, starts sucking the electricity out of the walls. And there's been a couple times in this new season. I think I'm only like 4 episodes in, but there's been a couple times where like the bad guys make comments that are like, "What good are you outside of the city?" or "What good are you outside of battery?" or something like that. And I'm like, she's gonna get pissed off and stop a heart. She better.
Oh, dude, and that whole season too is like her not like her powers are fucking with her, like and
Yes.
it's just because of
Well,
like
everyone's
anxiety.
fucking with
Yeah.
her. I actually read something really sad about her from real life. Apparently she was so bullied online for her appearance that she had to she felt she needed to turn all of her socials off.
Again, internet
Starlight.
powers, man, and her being a woman.
Fucking weird, man. She's so pretty. I just don't.
Dude, she again, and it's like what I was thinking the other night watching that Night Bitch movie. I was like, Amy Adams has gotten to the point where like she's not skinny anymore. I'm not saying she's not pretty, and because she's still gorgeous. And I'm like, I'm glad
She's
that
a mom.
like yeah, but I'm glad that she's
It looks
sitting there
real.
doing yeah, but I'm glad that she's sitting there doing that stuff and like looking real and being like
Yes. I think she's representing human beings, but she's still stunning. Like, it's crazy that that's the attitude is, like, she's petite, if anything.
Well, I mean, it's the thing
But
where
for
like
Hollywood, 100%. The expectation that you have to stay looking 25 forever.
yeah, it's
You have to
insane.
stay anorexically thin forever, and you have to get work done. And you can tell that, if she's had any work done, you can't tell. She looks really, really natural. She looks really good and really healthy.
Yeah. Dude, that role
Amy is
as
gorgeous, right? Yeah.
playing a mom and like going through that, like I think that natural body makes it more authentic feeling too. You know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah. It's not like
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's the unrealistic expectations are what make it not real. Like, I was listening to this like an internet news person the other day recently, and there's a family channel, of course, another one that's in heat, and the mom of the family channel was Miss America like 3 days after giving birth.
What?
Yeah. And she was a ballerina and shit, and then started a YouTube channel called Ballerina Farm where she's like running a fake farm and shit. They're in heat for something. I don't know.
Oh,
That was
saw
the crazy part.
Like Smosh does the Jeopardy episodes or whatever, and that was like one of the answers, and I was like, I've never heard of this person.
Yeah, that's it. It's very odd.
Like she had like 4 or 5 kids or something and gave up her career. Yeah.
Oh, 100%. Like her husband is the son of one of the owners of JetBlue, if not like the CEO of JetBlue or whatever, and he got his daddy to put him on a seat on a plane right next to this girl because he thought she was pretty, and then he talked her into getting married within 2 months, and they were pregnant within a year. And she was like a professional ballet dancer in New York and shit, and gave it all up to like wait and shit and be a trad mom. It's crazy. It's really sad. I mean, I hope she's happy. I hope it's not sad. Seems sad. But she definitely was like Miss, it's, you know, there's a million pageants. It's something Young Miss America, some sort of Miss America, but she definitely did the pageant and 3 days after giving birth. It's crazy.
That's like your body should still be like being patched back together at that point.
Oh
right?
yeah, she had tweets and stuff talking about how she was actively bleeding the day of the pageant and she didn't think she should compete, but she was going to do it anyways. It's really wild.
That's
I know. I know.
That's bonkers, man. Like I don't know. I don't know. It's so like that's why I like the fucking the substance so much, man, because it pointed at all that stuff and it was like, look at the shit that like the people, because it's like that's what Dennis Quaid is in that movie. He's like the one demanding her like not be old, basically, and he's like disgusting and gross and all this shit, and he's the one making these demands about her appearance and all this shit, and it's like,
look at Weinstein.
Yeah.
I think that's what he was.
Basically, yeah.
It's just that
without the
nasty
sexual assault in the movie, but yeah.
That's the Demi Moore movie, right? Where she's younger from something.
Kind of,
yeah.
Not to spoil it. It's real weird. It's body horror. If you're not into body horror, it's not your thing.
That's probably why I didn't want to watch it, because I'm not into that. Yeah.
It's a lot. I like that kind of shit, but
yeah, body horror is not for everyone, and it's not. That movie is wild.
I just found another belt with 2 charm slots on it.
Dude, I haven't found one of those. I haven't found a single.
I found one, and it just sits in my stash. I won't even touch it because I'm so scared I won't ever find another one. And I think Glut found one that had an extra. Someone else found one that had 2 slots, I want to say. Someone found the one that had 3 slots.
I think that was Knives the other day. Was it Knives or
was it?
Yeah, I think it
No,
might have
Knives
been.
is still looking for one. So when I said it yesterday, he's like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, that sounds like Knives. Where's my dot?
I'm actually wearing mine, even though it has Thorns diamonds on it, because there's a bunch of resistances on it.
I honestly, like, Thorns isn't like anything negative. It just feels like a waste.
It's not good. It's not great, but it's not bad. Yeah.
As a range.
Yeah, but there can be other great stats. I've used stuff with Thorns on it before. I don't know why I'm in this map right now, but I'm clearing it.